Hello, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this back working. Hold on. Oh, cancel. Okay, continue. Okay. Yeah. All right. How is everyone doing today? I hope you are all having a great day. I am not, okay, but I'm here nonetheless. I'm not having a great day. I ain't been having a good week. And it's one of them, I'm still doing this, but I'm talking to y'all. It's one of them days or one of them situations where really and truly, I say this to my friends, and I fully do believe this, but I'm in one of them positions where, it's fuck them kids. We in a fuck them kids situation right now. And normally I say it's fuck them kids for like a day. I'm on some fuck them kids for like 2 days, maybe 3 at this point. Okay. Um, So yeah, before hello everyone. Hello, how are you? Thanks for coming. I know I ain't been here, but like I just said, fuck them kids. Okay, I'm about to tell y'all what's been going on. I'm about to tell y'all because y'all been here for me and I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. So let's talk. Okay. So y'all know that what? Really you next. Okay, what the fuck? Hold on. We done? Okay. All right, cool. I just want to make sure that okay, that the live is set up. Okay, cool. How's everyone doing? So let me get into the situation. Let me tell y'all what's been happening. So y'all know this girl that went away this summer, right? She went away. She came back last week. Last week? Yeah, like last. Today's Monday. So the week before last. Okay. She was here all last week. She came back like the week before that, right? Cool. So mind you, before she was already having situations, and she failed a fucking class. Okay, let's start there. She passed the regents for said class, but she failed the class because it's the first class of the day. And guess who just so happens to be late so many goddamn times? She done failed the fucking class. I had to take it over again. Okay. You're going to Brazil. Now I'll tell y'all where she went since she ain't there no more. You're going to Brazil. It's a big deal. Cool. Everybody working around this foolishness, right? Because one, you go to an amazing school. Y'all ain't supposed to be failing great. She's never failed a class before. Okay, but let's. So okay, fine. So she goes to Brazil. Internet's iffy, right? So, I'm speaking to the principal, all of them, she just got to get the shit done by tonight. Cool. All right. So she's going, she's putting in her attendance. The internet where she wasn't too great, so she wasn't really able to start, or that's what she told me. Whatever the fucking situation is. Cool. Then, because again, accountability for what? I don't know. Then why the fuck? Yeah, I'm cussing and I don't care. We here. We talking? All right. Why the fuck? The kind of program it was kids from all over America. Y'all getting the vibes. There were certain kids that, are of a different political party. Okay. Whatever's clever, she get into it with one of the boys. I don't know what's happening. I don't really give a fuck. She over there complaining, I want to come home. Bro, you're not coming home. I call the people. I blow up a bunch of shit. Why? Because I'm not your friend. I'm your mom. Okay? So then on their way back here to America, why she lost her passport, y'all? Why at the airport I get a phone call telling me that she don't have her passport? She don't know where it is. Now I'm about to bring this up in a second. Hold on to that. Okay, cool. I'm not like, okay, cool. I'm like, who the fuck loses their passport? You mean somebody came and stole your passport, like took your shit? Like, who the fuck, like, what are you talking about here? Okay, cool. So they leave a girl with her. All the rest of the kids come back. They leave a girl with her. They go back to the hotel check-in, can't find nothing. Cool. Now I gotta go and send money down there to pay for a new passport, right? This is what I was doing last week, the week before last, okay? I might have been here. I didn't mention it, but that's what I was doing, okay? Had to send the money for the passport, emergency passport. It's purple. I got it in the back. Anywho, I send the money, pull it together, because y'all know I got bills. The fuck? Pull it together. About 15, I had it. I'd have came on here and asked y'all for it, but I called somebody. I had it. Cool. We get the thing passport. Then why they call me, the people down there, okay, to tell me that they found her passport. Oh, y'all want to know where it was? It wasn't in her bags. It wasn't in her bags. One of the kids, peep game, one of the kids must have, okay, again, this randomly, this is not what I was told. Officially, the hotel staff. Okay, so basically when the kids were ready to go, they packed all they, they had to check out. Flight was at night. They put all their bags in one room. They went to dinner or whatever. So all their bags was there. Cool. They found the passport. My daughter's passport that's in her book bag. Now, again, I know she didn't take it out. I had it thrown away. Somebody went in her shit, but we're not going there. Cool. And threw it behind the bed. The cleaning people found the passport too. The day they came back, that Monday, because we had to wait for the embassy to open up. And because she went with the United States government, that's the only reason we was able to get her the fucking passport first thing in the morning on Monday. But they came back because they were supposed to be flying out Friday. So she had to spend a weekend. Cool. All right. So I had the extra weekend. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still like, what the fuck? There's a lot of shit happening, So they found a passport behind the bed. Cool. So that's probably why I didn't have to pay. Because they was, didn't have to pay for the replacement ticket. Because I would have had to pay for these things, because at first it was her fuck up. So if it's her fuck up, I gotta fucking pay for it. But since they found it, I ain't getting no bill about the ticket. Right? Cool. Whatever. She get home last Wednesday. Yeah, last Wednesday. No, not last Wednesday. The Wednesday before. Not last Wednesday. The Wednesday before she gets home. Cool. You got all this shit to do. You got 3 weeks worth of homework to catch up on and 2 more weeks to continue because the shit is due when? Midnight tonight. Okay. Did you think she started any of her? Because it was online class. She just had to complete everything, take the test and all that shit online. Cool. Better than fucking summer school I had to go to when I was young. I had to go and sit up in there, right? Cool. She didn't start. She started going back to her sport, right? Right? Going back to her sport, right? Kikiing in some little boy face, right? Right? Oh, okay. I'm not even worried because, again, I'm not against necessarily dating at a certain time, but I am against, and y'all know I'm against putting your life on hold, putting anything of yours on pause, on hold, or any nigga fucking up anything you doing, right? Again, he don't even have to be saying anything, but if you put yourself in a position to be fucked up just so you could talk to a nigga, think about a nigga, spend time with a nigga, you know what you did? You fucked your life up. And you would think she would know that by now. You would think with a mother like me, she would know better than that. But no, here we are. So my best friend baby shower was yesterday. Shout out to her. She probably gonna watch this video. Shout out to her. My daughter was supposed to go to the baby shower with me. She couldn't go. Why? Because she was at 59% of the work completed, and it was done when? Today at midnight. Okay. So she couldn't go because she had to stay and do hours of work. Cool. She made it up to 85. Cool. Again, I'm not looking to see the quality of the work because, again, you're supposed to get the shit done. You the one who chose to wait 3 days No, she ain't even start. I ain't even gonna say she waited 3 days. She probably ain't even really start doing anything till like Monday of last week, if we're gonna keep it a buck. I'm not even gonna say she waited 3 days. She probably waited until the Monday. So it's like 5 fucking days of time that you had that you could have been doing some work, right? But you chose to wait, right? We got to be accountable for our actions. That's where I'm at right now. That's why we're here, because I'm fucking tired. Okay, cool. So she ain't do nothing, but she been going to her sport. Cool. She would, she was kind of fucking up with it last year. So she like, she doubling back on it. Cool. Maybe because it's the boy in the sport too, baby. I don't know. All I know is she doubling back. She back on varsity. She got to be there. So she got to be all the way on the other side of New York. I don't want to tell y'all where. 7 something in the morning. Okay. So she been making it. Okay. So she been making it. 7 in the fucking morning. It takes about an hour to get there. Okay. She been leaving home about 5:30 in the morning. That's not a problem, because that shows that you're going to stand on something. Cool. But you have to come back and finish your homework. Because when you come and finish your homework, finish your classwork, finish what is due for the class that you failed based off of the shit that what you did, then come tomorrow after, midnight tonight, and you submitted everything, you can go hang out. You can go, we're going to the park, or we're going to, to a movie and all of that shit. You can't try to play like you not doing those things. Like you doing those things is not affecting the class that you're supposed to complete. You're supposed to always do what is best for you first. And honestly, and I told her this, okay? Because I told, but maybe you know how they say sometimes you're too close. Maybe she think I'm be playing with her because I'm her mama. Maybe she think I'm just saying these things. And I have to remind her, I have a whole fucking channel. I talk about these things. And grown ass women, listen to me. What the fuck aren't you getting? And then I go find out. To add stupidity onto stupidity. Y'all want to hear what she told me last week, which is like, and you what? So the boy, mind y'all know I'm kind of uppity. Y'all know I'm a little uppity. You know that she was going to go to boarding school and all of this stuff. She's in a great school now, but y'all knew we was about to do all of this shit. When she was little, I did all the uppity black people shit. She's been to Martha's Vineyard, all of this shit, right? All of the black uppity bitch shit. What do y'all think I was going to put her in when she was a kid? Jack and fucking Jill, okay? Only issue, I ain't have the money at the time. And, the whole, I hope y'all know what Jack and Jill is. Either way. And, the whole single mother thing is not really, even though we were married when we had her, it was a little frowned upon. But whatever, it wasn't done. Come to find out, she just randomly told me this boy is a part of Jack and Jill. I'm like, oh, I said, oh, so he really, and he'd been doing a lot of shit. Why come? Can I ask y'all a question? Why come he's not losing out or missing out on his shit to hang out with you? Why come? I bet you money, he probably don't even know that you're missing out on your shit. How do you think? Because you know how when you young and you stupid, right? And you think you're going to be in love. And this is whoever you dating is going to be the nigga you marry, right? We always, I ain't going to say they. We always think that. You think the nigga at 16 is going to be your husband, okay? We all thought that. Whatever. They still liking each other. They ain't even dating. But I said, here, Jack and Jill know. Even though his mother's still a single mother. So I'm like, okay, so that she figured it out. No doubt. He doing this. He's in these. He went to summer programs. She went to Brazil. He went to a whole summer program at an Ivy. All of this shit. Ain't miss a beat. You think that you gonna fail a class twice, the same class, and he's gonna want to fuck with you? Because the point of Jack and Jill is to make black kids understand their worth, their value, and that it's up. Okay? You're not up if you don't even give a fuck about your shit. Cool. So again, I'm going back to yesterday. She did all the work. Cool. I got home. I was upset. My friend was hurt that my daughter didn't show up. She was hurt. And she did have the thing. So, but I was still, when I come home, I was just so annoyed because I'm like, you put all of us in this position because you wanted to wait. And then when you waited, even then to me, if I have summer school, if I have something to do, trust and believe, I'm not moving from, especially when I was young and in high school and shit, I'm not moving from, I'm busting 8 hours a day. Because I know I got to make up for me being in Brazil. I got to bust out 8 hours a day, at least 5, every day for the next week and a half. I'm already telling myself this on a plane coming home. That's me. At least 5 hours a day, every day, phone off. I can't do nothing because I can't fail. Because I can't fail. Not twice. So she had 85%. She left this morning. It was like 5:30 in the morning. I told you she got to get there early. I said this last night too, but I reiterated, make sure your ass comes home right after your sport, which ends at 9 a.m. Because again, they there from like 7 in the morning, and finish what you got to finish. Ask me if I'm home alone. Ask me if the teacher who is, what's the word? Proxying whoever didn't, because she wasn't the only one in this, the teacher who's all of it, who's proxying, emailed us again this morning. Mind you, the principal, I forgot, the principal called on Friday. Principal called. No, like Thursday. Principal called me. Black lady. I shouldn't have said that. But whatever, black lady. She called me because she needed, what the fuck? Because she's like, what the fuck? Because she know it can be done. It's a choice that it's not done, right? We're not working against, I don't got the common sense to pass this class. Because again, didn't I tell y'all, she passed the Regents. It's not the sense. It's not that she can't put 1 and 1 and equals 2 algebraically. Algebraically is not a word, but y'all know what I meant. You were late. That's why you failed the first time. Like 50 fucking latenesses, y'all. And this time, you ain't putting in the work. It's not the actual work. It's the lack of accountability. Because I told, even when you coming late, you leaving here late. Your teacher said you cannot pass if you missed the first part of this class for a specific period. He not even for the whole year. He was just like, listen, for the next period, the Regents, study guide, they do that the first 20 minutes of class. That's 50% of your grade. So if you miss the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of class, that's 15, that's minus, that's it. That's it. Okay. So the same teacher emailed me this morning, like around 11. I was attempting to be here at noon. I swear to y'all I was. I was like, I've been going for like a week and a half, dealing with all this shit, other shit. But this is the only real important shit, right? Because for me, these niggas come and go. But what's good for me is forever. Okay? Teacher emailed us. Yeah, when she came in last night, she made it to 85%. Teacher emailed, was like, yeah, I see you was up yesterday. You put in a lot of work. I need you to understand the grades. You're at 85%. Her work quality yesterday. So I think before the grade was averaging about 88. What the fuck she did yesterday, trying to rush through, fucking shit up, whatever the fuck. The grade right now, She still ain't even finished the class, but you know the current grade as we speak, 58%. If you know anything about America, you need at least 65 to graduate. Bro, she ain't never got a 65 in her life. This is the girl who get all A's. But you know, when they say you choose man them over, you choose yourself. I feel like that's what I'm going through. All right, cool. Cool. The teacher said that. He said, you know, you got to tonight. The teacher opened up everything, AKA go back and fix what you fucked up. AKA you don't have time. You need to be sitting right here where I am right now, looking at this bitch, finishing the last 15% and then going back to where you fucked up and fixing it to at least receive a passing grade. But you know where my daughter's at? Because I text her, I emailed her. Even Mama Beauty done called her. I didn't call back to see what if my mama spoke to her. She's sitting up in some park, giggling up in some boy face. And it's 3:00 in the afternoon. And her final grade is due at 11:59 tonight. And then I lost it. I'm not gonna lie. What are you doing? Why the fuck is you doing this? Like, accountability for not. Because if she fuck up, you think I'm emailing a teacher or a principal or anybody? You want to go to Harvard so bad and you can't even show up on time. Half of the battle ain't because she's smart. And that's been able to get you through a lot of things in life. When you just wait, when you can just go and take your city test when she was little and bust it out the wall. But reality, it's not about what you know. It's about being accountable for what the fuck you do. Because you passed the class when you had it, but you lost 50% of your grade because you needed to make sure that you did your eyebrows. You needed to make sure that you put the fucking ugly ass lashes on. I don't like lashes, so I said what I said. You fucking up now because you so busy trying to figure out, do you think this boy likes me? Instead of putting in the time and effort into fixing what the fuck you fucked up. And now you dead ass by midnight tonight might have failed algebra twice and then have the audacity to think that Harvard is going to want you. Am I mean? Because I say shit like that. And I don't mean it to be mean. These are facts. These are facts. If you can't even get up, like, do you know how college is not a just show up and you know, especially that sort of college, the type you trying to get to, it's on. There's no slacking. And you keep slacking. And now you're slacking because some boy told you were cute. So do we throw our lives away because some boy told us we were cute? And we just want to sit up in some boy's face instead of doing what we got to do? Again, I've been young. I comprehend we want to sit up in niggas' faces sometimes. I even said that. I said, you can hang out with him tomorrow. That's what I said. That's what I said last night. You can hang out with whatever after practice tomorrow. On Tuesday. I said Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Y'all can hang out all day after practice. But you bring your ass home and finish this shit. And we knocking on 4 p.m. And we knocking on 4 p.m. Spoke to my mom though. She was able to, when I say I was upset, because y'all know we had put in a lot of effort to get this girl. Remember when we were raising money to go to boarding school trips? You know what I'm saying? Y'all helped me buy the passport. The first one. How my homegirl, who she missed baby shower, when she had to go to Princeton for an event, my homegirl was the one who drove us. And you missed her baby shower? When you grow, my homegirl, I got a lot of friends that have some shit. She's the one that can probably help you get the job that you want to get. It's her. Nobody, it's her. And you just missing shit because next weekend, we have been invited by her club team. They're having a big recruitment event upstate New York. Now, my homegirl pregnant, right? But normally, like I would ask, I'm not gonna, I didn't ask her. I asked somebody else, but she would be the one that I would ask to come take me up there, to take us up there. And she would. Big and pregnant, she would. Big and pregnant, she would. To make sure to give my child every opportunity, she would. And you can't even come home and finish classwork. Recruit. You have to graduate to recruit. Real shit, y'all. Today and yesterday, I've been on some fuck these kids shit. And it's crazy. But like my mom said, and I know this because I've been saying this to y'all. I've been saying this, with my therapist. She's at an age, she's 16, she's going to be 18 soon, where she has to be accountable for the shit that she do. And it's so crazy because I feel like I put so much time and effort into her. That's another reason why I said, and I said this to y'all like 3 months ago. I'm trying to put more effort into me and less onto her because she has to be accountable for herself. Because one, I also feel like I kind of might do too much to help. And maybe that's also why she doesn't really fucking comprehend. But at this point, and like my mother said, and she said the same thing. I think I told y'all about the situation where my youngest brother was with my mama. He was like 19, 20 though. And she wanted to move. And I said, leave that nigga where you at. He got, and I'm, and she said this, she can't get that shit back to me. And like, yeah, my brother was 18 at the time and my daughter's 16. And she not saying, put her out or any, move and leave her or anything like that. But sometimes you got to let niggas fall. So they understand they got to pick themselves back up. Mommy can't pick you up. Mommy, when you did whatever the fuck you did that make a nigga think that it was a funny game to throw your passport behind the bed, you got to be accountable for that. Because I ain't leaving my passport ever, anywhere I go. It's always on me. Especially, I bought her a fucking whole waist bag. Because they told us to. So they can keep their money in it. I bet you she didn't lose her money. But you had your passport in vicinity of a couple of people who can't fucking stand you. And then you confused about what happened. And then you down there. And you have to be accountable for that part. Not for the fucked up nigga or whoever did it. Throwing your passport behind the bed. You got to be accountable for letting your passport out of your sight in the first fucking place. Because one of the things they had on that list was that waist bag so they could always have their own money and their passports on them. I'm going to find out she ain't ever wearing it. So you put yourself in a fucked up position. Because I don't trust white people. And I think you should have known not to trust white people. anybody really. Let's not pretend like we have not heard about people getting unalived by their actual friends, let alone random people. And what if she was 18 and they would have just, and the whoever the people she was traveling with would have just left her? You coming off the back of that, you got a class to finish by 11:59 tonight. And you're still not here. It's the reality of parenthood. You know, we want them to be, well, who we wanted them to be. But like at the end of the day, it's their lives and they have to stand on business. Because I failed a statistic class in college. You know what I did? I made that shit work. And I passed that bitch. And I made sure that I was accountable for that shit. And I fought for every little inch I got to be able to pass, because I needed that specific class to graduate. For every inch I got to be able to get a passing grade and pass that class. I ain't gonna fuck about nothing. But that's me. And maybe because I am how I am, and I say what I say to y'all, because I've told y'all before, like my mother used to tell me a lot of things when I was young, and I believed it, but I didn't really believe it. My mother used to always tell me my love by treatment, and I'd be like, no, that's not nice. But look how I'm living now. The reality is, they don't like nice. Being a nice bitch gets you nowhere. Okay. So maybe it's you hear it so much that you think I'm exaggerating, or I don't know, or it's not that deep, or not thinking about the effects of what the fuck you do, that they actually have repercussions. I don't know. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed when I read the email from the teacher. Teacher's still trying to help her. Teacher like, yeah, I opened everything back up. AKA, please go fix something. Just fucking pass this class, bruh. And you think she read the email? You think she even came home to pass her own fucking class? To go sit up in the park, smiling up in some boy's face. And the gag is that when that same boy, because he got goals and he ain't gonna miss them, and if you ain't hitting it, the fuck, okay? Because he got the sense I hope she had. To sit up in the face, sit up in the park with a boy, that when he finds out that you failed algebra for the second time, and that you probably not going to end up with what you want to do because you so lackluster, that he ain't going to want to fuck with you. Then it's going to be, we don't have no takebacks in this world. None of us could rewind time and go back and try to fix some shit. Nobody. You're going to have to stand on it for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 fucking years. Even when you don't even remember said boy's name or said activity that you were doing, that you put in front of your own advancement, won't even remember that. And that nigga probably won't remember your name either. that shit will still be affecting your fucking life. So fucking embarrassing. We got a donation. Thank you. Because I'm dealing with a Bill who is really acting like she ain't. And you know what? I don't mind. I was about to buy her a machine for her sport, like a top tier machine, like a couple, like drop a couple hundred so she can have it in here and practice. It is not bothersome to do that when you pulling your own weight. And I don't need you to cook. I hardly need you to clean. I do it myself. I don't have you babysitting nobody. I'm not out here telling you, you got to get a job. I ain't doing none of that. All you got to do is your sports, your activities, and school. And you can't even do that. How you look failing algebra for a second time if she don't pass, and then think you're going to ask me to buy you a $500 machine. That's not even a Christmas gift. Oh no, it's separate. For what? Your grades, if the two failures will take your GPA down from where it is. Right now, it's like, last time I checked, it's like a 3.8 or some shit. You fail after the first failure. Okay, so you fail the second thing, dropping down lower. Who the fuck wants to recruit you if you can't even pass the simple math class like algebra? Who wants you in their college? Because they want you to play your sport, but kind of got to pass too. It's just once a week. It's fuck them kids. Let me go into the comment. Hope y'all are doing great. Did I say thank you, DC? DC left the donation. I really appreciate it. Like I said, all donations are appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cash App on the screen, super chat. Oh, I see another one up here. Hold on. Thank you. DC said, I appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much. She said, just in case. Girl, this child is stressing my soul. And again, they're never going to do what you want them to do. They're human beings. Of course, she's going to make bad decisions. Of course. Bruh, but the decision, when you actively know this decision and what the fuck is going to do, that's the part I can't get by. We all make bad decisions sometimes. Or a little lax on shit sometimes. But like actively, you got a deadline. Even if when you waited the first 5 days or whatever to start, because you started last Monday. Okay, cool. Even though you waited, when you got up in there, because you might have thought it wasn't gonna be that much work, and you realized, oh shit, it's work you gotta do. You gotta put in hours, okay? You gotta put in hours of work to get this shit done. Last week, instead of I did about 2 hours. I'm not really, because again, I'm not, bro, you should have been, I asked her, I said, how much components? Oh, I don't know. Oh, she knew yesterday though. So you been knew how many components. Fucking duh. You knew. But you sitting up, staring at your phone, keying, asking me, do you think this he likes me? I don't give a flying fuck. Can I say that? I don't care. And I get to the point where I can't pretend like I give a fuck about anything that's not important. Because what the fuck a nigga liking you gotta do with your life right now? That's some other shit. You got other shit to worry about right now. Even if he did like you, he wouldn't like you after he realized you threw your shit away for him. No nigga like, and that don't even mean just because he is, because the boy is trying to do something with his life. These niggas don't really like that. They know they not shit. You gonna throw your shit away for this nigga? You not gonna take your overtime because he feel away? All this shit is connected to me. You're not gonna go and get your extra degree or that better job because that nigga might not like it. Or because you too caught up in that nigga, whoever that nigga is, to me, to you, to whoever. You leave and you throw your dreams away. You end your friendships. You do all of this shit for trash ass nigga attention. Because no matter how great he is, even if he a good man, you know what he ain't worth? Your fucking future. None of them. I don't give a fuck if that nigga is juggling green flags. Hold on. Sorry. Let's jump into these comments. Because I'm this is where I'm at. And we're gonna keep it a buck. And did I show y'all my headphones? Side note, I'm gonna add them to the shop when I finish. I was supposed to add them before. I love these things. They Bose. When I tell you, I fucking love these things. I'm gonna add them into my shop when I'm done. I live for these. Okay, I didn't drop these things so much times they ain't break. The noise cancellation is everything. When I tell y'all, I was at the airport and I was thinking everything calm. I took when I finally went and picked her ass up, I took the headphones off. I was like, what the fuck is all of that noise? And I didn't even have the music. I stopped the music from the did y'all know that Uber in New York City, I don't know in other states, Uber has shuttle buses to the airports at different locations in Brooklyn. It was amazing. I took a shuttle bus to the airport for fucking $10 and then came back in the Uber with her. Okay. But when I got out that shuttle bus, it was real nice. Okay. I didn't have the music on because, it was real nice. Leather seats. It was real nice. It was like one of them, one of them real nice buses with the leather. And I think it was a Lexus. I'm not sure. Whatever. I got out We got out, and we were going through. I took the headphones off. I was like, why is it so loud? That's when I really realized the noise cancellation be cancellating. Okay? All right. How y'all doing today? Hope y'all are having a great day. I'm not. You know what it is? I just need to get through it just needs to, and it's going to be hard, especially, she's growing up, and, we want to always protect our children. But sometimes we got to throw them to the wolves. And that shit making me emotional to say that. Sometimes it's like I even say with boys, you can't, because once they get 18, they don't know what the fuck to do with themselves. Once she go to college, what the fuck? And maybe she young now. I can still control, she's still in my house and ain't gonna be out in the street homeless because she made a bad decision in life and got to be accountable for it because she's over 18 now. Stand on this shit now. I'm not helping. I'm not calling a teacher, a principal. I'm not trying to maneuver and see if we can get you an extra day, an extra hour. At this point, I don't even want to rent the car to take her to the recruiting shit. It's going to be all the East Coast colleges, top tier, D1 and D2. That would be money out of my pocket, me going out the way when you can't even go out you can't even go in the way for yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, I can comprehend me going out the way if you putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you've been going to your thing these last couple of weeks. Okay, cool. You got back on varsity. Okay, cool. You aiming for states. Okay, cool. But what happened about this grade? What happened about this shit that you got to be accountable for because you fucked it up because you needed more time to do your makeup? At the end of the day, that's what it is. What happened to that? Because you fucked up and you had to make that shit up. You think you're going to take the class again, and then maybe again, and then maybe again. What happened? She ain't even going to school for nothing mathematically important. She could have literally pulled a 65. I'm not a 65 parent, but she could have pulled a 65, maybe even a 70. And it wouldn't have necessarily affect her because what she was looking for is more word-based. So, she might have got, plus she got a good resume thanks to who? Me. So she could have got that pass with that one class. Even if she had to retake it again, she could have been like, oh, I learned my lesson. I took it while I was in Brazil, trying to save the world. You could have finagled that into a great college application that would have made motherfucker overlook it and be like, well, she was late all these times in the 10th grade, but she grew up and she learned. That could have happened. You think it's going to happen now? You think it's going to happen after 12 o'clock hit and she failed that class today? You think it's going to happen? I don't. Let me jump into these comments. Thank y'all for listening to me. I've been really holding this shit in. I've literally been letting her sit here. That's why I've been like out. I've been trying to let her sit here for hours, coming out of my room all last week because she get home after sport, sit down, do your work. You watching YouTube videos, she doing some work, but like, do your work. I am not doing my work. So I could give you my desk to do, so you can sit, relax, and spend hours. Because I understand it might be difficult to want to do it on a laptop, sitting on your bed. To have this. Mommy streaming, screaming, streaming, running around. I've been in and out of this house. Like, I'm giving you time to finish this. Finish this. And again, she made it to 85% of it done. And half-assed it so bad. You're still failing. Can't make this shit up, boy. You put everything. Y'all know I put so much into this girl. Her life was one of the I had trauma at my last, job before then, but her life is like, I put so much time, effort, research. Every opportunity was open. Y'all saw me running around this bitch doing all the crazy. But like, you can't carry these niggas in your backpack. We are supposed to be a help. They're not supposed to be a hindrance to their own fucking selves. Y'all like my earrings? I bought them a while ago. My hoops broke. That's how annoyed I am, y'all. I broke my hoops. Y'all know I love my hoops. I have other sizes, but like my favorite hoops that I wear all the time, y'all seen them. Like, I love them for real. I love my hoops. I was so annoyed yesterday with the, she wasn't able to come to the baby shower because, she's at 53, at 59 or some shit, and had all this shit to do. I was so annoyed, especially when my fucking homegirl, like, from before my child was born, there. So my friend probably gonna see this. I want to tell her I'm sorry. I told her yesterday what happened. Yeah, but I'm really sorry. It's so shameful. It's so, I am ashamed. Can we say that about our kids? I am ashamed that she would put herself in a position to be in this position. I am ashamed of that. After everything I have done, I don't be playing with y'all when I be talking. Y'all watched me bussing and training and all of that to fucking boarding schools for interviews in the fucking mountains of fucking Vermont and Massachusetts, all these weird places. Tutoring. I go hard, y'all. These sports. I was about to buy this fucking machine. I give her everything. I hardly date. Well, y'all know I engage a little here and there, but I don't really put no effort into these hoes. One, I really don't want to put no effort into these hoes. Okay, so I'm gonna say that. But also, two, because I'm at the point where she about to be gone in the next 2 years. I'm trying to put in that time and effort with her. I don't even want to date because I don't really want no nigga to have to think he gonna be taking too much time from my boo, because she's my priority. Why does she not comprehend that her school is her priority right now? And just like, I'm not letting no nigga fuck up my priority time, my last 2 years with her. Why is she gonna let anybody, whether it's purposeful or not, why is she gonna allow her shit to be fucked up over nigga? That's embarrassing. For all of that, I could date who I want. For all of that, I could have sent you to the fucking zone school up the block. For all of that, I didn't have to put my money and my time and my effort into extracurriculars, into all of these things. I could have been a selfish bitch. Thought about myself. Made sure you ate and you were good, but you're great. Okay, you passing though, right? All right, whatever. Are you going to, oh, really? Okay. I could have been that, but I didn't. I put it all in there. Because that's my only one. I gave her she took my life force to be birthed into this bitch. And I continue to give her my life force, my life. I don't date. I date. But I don't put in no effort. Y'all know, I don't put in no effort. If you can't work around my schedule, my kid's schedule, I can't. Honestly, can I be honest? When she gets here later, I'm probably gonna leave. I'm gonna go to one of my homegirls' house or somebody's house. Fuck it, let's go to that nigga house. The fuck? Why not? I'm gonna leave. Because we gonna get, because my anxiety is on 10. And I know I gotta let her fall, but my anxiety is still on 10. Because it feels like she's not just crashing her life. It feels like she's spitting in my face. Give me 1 second. Let's jump into the comments. Hope everyone's day is better than mine's. What's this? No. What's this? They be changing up the little. I ain't been here in like a week, like 10 days. I tell you, StreamYard is be doing the most. All right, let me jump into these comments. How's everyone doing? How everyone doing? I'm gonna be okay, y'all. I just needed to get this shit out. I needed to get it out. And I needed to say it loudly. Yeah. I needed to get it out and I needed to say it loudly. I'm going to keep the last part that I was about to say to myself. All right. Hey, DC. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, please don't forget you can always do what? Donate to the channel. My Cash App is on the screen. Super Chat, PayPal, all that good stuff. Zelle, it is thoroughly appreciated. So thank you so, so much. Okay. I don't know about no boys in Walgreens, girl. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like I told you, I've been dealing with a child stuck in another country and then fucking up whole summer school. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know. What kids in Walmart? I don't know. She said, please give her grace. Regents are freaking hard. My daughter failed hers too. I was sad, but I try to be understanding. She didn't fail the Regents, bruh. She passed the Regents. She passed it. She passed it. She passed it. She failed the class. And I've been trying to give grace. Oh, when I found out she failed, I gave her all the grace. I didn't scream. I didn't yell. This is her first failed class ever. I didn't yell. She was like, oh, I thought you was going to yell. She was going to Brazil. I didn't want to be at that point in like a week. I didn't want to, so I didn't. I said, we'll figure it out, summer school, or if, because at first I didn't think they were going to let her do the summer school. I thought she would have had to wait to fall because she was going to be gone. But we worked it out. Grace. Everyone gave her grace. I gave her grace. Her principal gave her grace. The people in charge of summer school gave her grace. But because she was in Brazil, they gave her grace. The teacher emailing this morning with like, yo, come on. It's grace. And it's 4:02. How much more grace? Maybe it's too much grace. Like I said, I understood if she couldn't do it, I've been told y'all that. If my kid was actually she just couldn't pass it, I'd understand. The teacher knows she could pass it. The teacher told me she could pass it. She passed the Regents. So how between yesterday morning when I left here, well, I didn't leave in the morning, but when I left here and and came back, I came back around 10, 11. Okay, you got up to 85%. Good. Amazing. But you brought your grade down, which from, I think it was like 88 to 53. You got 85% of it done, but now your grade is a 53. Where's my grace for dealing with all of this shit by myself? By myself. Because when she lost that passport, I do it by myself. I do everything by myself. And I make it work, don't I? Oh, hell yeah, I do. I make it work. Where's my grace for making it work? Where's my grace for making sure you was even able to do this shit? Because it was me emailing the principals and the summer school people saying, y'all know she going to Brazil. That was me. Where's my grace? And the least you could have did was come home and do the work that they told you to do. If she couldn't do it, I would be less disappointed, y'all. If she was good enough, I could tolerate that. I'd be okay with it because we would just aim for what she's good enough to do. The fact that I know she's extraordinary. And you're flushing it down the drain is what I'm fucking up about. I'm not trying to get my good as it come kid to achieve what she can't do. I could understand that. I could understand if she just wasn't capable and I'm on it like that. I can understand that. I can understand that. That's not what's happening. It's a choice because she can. Because whatever she did yesterday while I wasn't here, trying to run through things, she was probably trying to text that boy. She was probably spending time thinking about that boy to the point where you couldn't concentrate and actually answer the questions correctly. Am I bugging? I don't give grace to too much people. I stand on business. The truth is the truth. And I give grace to her, but it does not take away the reality of a situation. Not dealing with the reality of the situation is how, you know. Anyway, Tavi said, good to see you again. I had a hell of a year since I last watched her live around my birthday. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta, give me a second. I'm gonna bring it over here. I'll turn the camera off for a minute. Hold on. Oh, okay, y'all, I'm back. All right. I'll turn the camera on in a minute. She said, is she overwhelmed? Sometimes I overload my daughter. She finally told me I just want her to be successful. I'm overwhelmed. Like I said, I'm overwhelmed. A lot of these things I do for her. She could overwhelmed by what? A class you failed because you didn't want to show up on, because you didn't show up on time, because you needed to make sure your eyelashes was good, was on your face. Maybe. I don't want to sound, but like that's how I see it. Like we could, people are so used to pussyfooting around shit. Y'all know you might not always agree with what I say, but you know what I say is what I think. Overwhelmed? I don't know. There you go. There you go. But she's at a club. It's not at her actual school. They don't have the sport at the school, but she's in a club. And her GPA is, she's in other things. But again, I don't know. I don't applaud relationships. She said, that's why I don't applaud relationship at young ages at all, Jovi. Then the changes young women, focus on school young ladies. These girls, and I've been saying that. I'm not, I don't want relationships either, but I'm not going to be like, oh, no, you can't. Because I also understand that those girls are the ones that go to college and lose their damn minds. Okay. So like a little crush ain't that deep. But if you're crushing so hard, you can't fucking concentrate. You can't make good decisions for your life. You know what you need to do? You need to stop crushing. Because you know what a boy ain't never gonna do? Throw his college and all of that shit away and disappoint his mama for your bitch ass. No shade, all tea. A boy ain't never gonna be in a position where his mama put him in like that to do well like that, and then to fuck it up for a girl. That's why I said, because if I see it going left if that boy found out. Just a little bit of things I know, because he's gonna be like, wait, you failing classes to see me? Like what? That's how I feel like this is gonna go. She said, yeah, they don't play that shit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like, I think you need. So at first I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe he might, make her really fully comprehend, or double down on it. Like, these things are important. So bad, y'all. I was crashing out this morning. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Let me turn the camera back on. I was crashing out. And I just said, I spoke to my mama. Shout out to my mama. And you know what's so crazy? And I always ask her, because she'd be like, oh, mom, you did. And I'd be like, do you think the things that I'm telling you are not for your own good? She never says that they're not. She always says, even through whatever, little crushes, her friend situation, I tell her the truth. And it goes like what? Exactly like mommy says. Because at this point, I feel like I study niggas for a living. At this point, it feels like I just study these hoes for a living. I don't know. And you still just, let me check. What time is it? Let me check. Let me check the map. Oh shit. She headed downtown, probably coming back to Brooklyn. Might stop to go walk around Manhattan again with him. But it's 4:00. Me and the dog. Anybody home? She says she can't play the sport if she can't keep up with school. You're right. This shit is getting ridiculous. So he doesn't sneak around doing the wrong things. He's just, yeah, I try to be honest. I don't want you sneaking around doing no dumb shit. I need to know. I need, like, But because I'm honest, I expect you to have the common sense God gave you. Because guess what? I gave it to you. You can't never said, oh, my mama didn't tell me. Nobody told me. You know how much times people, girls, especially little 20-year-olds who be jumping in here over the years, nobody told me these things. I tell her these things so she can avoid getting caught up in these things. And what you do, you still throw yourself head first into the same things I tell you to avoid. No, I don't think he know. I don't think he know. I don't think he knows she had summer school, because she has enough sense to be ashamed of the fact she failed the class. I don't think he knows, because she know. I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows. I'm gonna keep it about. I don't think he knows. She knows though. She said the boys are a distraction. Teenage years are for skill building, not dating, in my opinion. This is an important time for her to network, build her skills and resume. These boys come and go. That's what I said. Oh man, how much times I gotta say it? You gonna fuck your life up so bad, you're not gonna get into Harvard. And then you're gonna be sitting up feeling like a victim. And then still not being accountable for why you didn't get in. And this boy gonna go about his way. He probably end up at Harvard or Yale or Stanford or some shit. He probably go to Stanford or some shit. And you're gonna be sitting up here trying to get into Brooklyn College. Because with all the resume, with everything I've created and set up for you, her activities, y'all know me. We knew her activities, the things she was gonna apply for. I planned all of that shit out. Her shit is stellar. But you fail in algebra twice. And you think they're gonna let you into Harvard. She says she may benefit from listening to stories from girls, women who life choices derailed their life by their teen years or early childhood. She can't mess up now. She's in a good spot, but needs to focus. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. I try to talk to her, and but like, I don't know. Because I don't even think, like, in her mind, she doesn't realize that, like, she's actively working towards being a failure. I don't think it clicks. I don't think it's clicking. But we all know this. By the time you fully grasp it, she's starting 11th grade in a month. Like a month? What day is today? In like a month. She starts 11th grade. 11th grade, halfway through that is when shit really clicking. By then, you done failed the class 2 times. By then, all the hard work in the world ain't gonna make up for the fact that you failed this class 2 times, that you got 60 lates in a year. How you gonna explain that to your college or your college applications? And because it's not clicking, how much you want to bet you're gonna start being late when school begin again? What college gonna want you when you can't even get to fucking school on time? Please run these likes up, please, and thank you. They don't. And she'll be sitting up complaining and whining as an adult. Oh, this and this is so bad. Oh, I hate this job. Oh, this and oh that. No, this and oh that. And then I'm going to be the bad guy when I say it didn't have to be like this. Because I'm going to say it didn't have to be like this. I'm going to say you were on track to getting into Ivy and you fucked it up. But then I'll be the bad guy, right? Because you're not supposed to say what's obvious, right? Wave, thank you. Wave said, I've been supporting In the Bushes for years. Thank you. I know how you care and root for her. At 16, the other kids have more influence over you than your parents, but but her will will succeed will save her. Is it her will to succeed or is it my will for her to succeed? Because if it was her will to succeed, she probably would have completed that classwork the day she would have started that classwork the day she came home. Like I failed classes before when I was in high school, and like, for whatever situations. But when I'm like, okay, I gotta fix this, I gotta buckle it down, get it done. She watched me on my last degree. She was here. She was alive. And how I put it in. I gave it everything and I took it and I did that. So she could see that. Because she wasn't able to see none of the other degrees, but she saw that. Stand on business when it comes to your shit. Everyone comes and goes. But you and what you create for your life is forever. It'll be one day where I'm not here no more. Then what? Then what? Who's going to put it together for you if mommy's not here and you're not able to do it? Love says she felt my pain, girl. No, don't be. Because like I said, I'm probably going to go. I'm going to leave her to it. I'm going to leave her at the desk. I'm not going to be here to be rolling my eyes or nothing because I'm really get aggravated. I really get aggravated real fast over stupid shit. Shit that could be avoided aggravates me. So I'm probably going to go. I'm going to leave it here. And if it get done, and if it don't, I can't do anything about it. I passed algebra. I even passed statistics in college, and I didn't think I was going to do that. But I did it. She said, you're giving her too much independence. Pregnancy can happen at all times. Have you ever met this boy? They can hang out at your... I don't want no boy at my house. That's a lot. All right. Well, they're not even dating. She's like, do he like me? But maybe I'm giving her too much independence. Maybe because I felt I didn't have none. and I lost my shit. So maybe I did give her too much independence, expecting her to use it responsibly the way I would have if I've gotten it. By the time I took my independence, I was angry and mad and blew the shit out the fucking water. But I tried to give it to her a little bit, but yeah, no. So I get what you're saying. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. She says very hard raising kid. Girl. Yes, I believe that staying busy. Shout out to Mahogany's son, child. At least he's on it. He ain't gonna let no girl fuck up his fucking stride, directly or indirectly. Because, like I said, I don't think the boy knows. I think, honestly, if he finds out, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I can't date you. I'm supposed to date people who do well." That's how I think that's gonna go. But what she said? Wait, so many Gen Zs are breaking the cycle of being young single moms, a drug addict, broken, battered, and abused at the hands of these envious, unmotivated boy. It's a badge of honor not to be one. It is, but maybe she don't see it like that. Never stops. Their grind never stops. And this is one, like, I like being a girl mom, but like a part of it is like, I would have had to be worried about my son turning into a douchebag when he got older. At this age, he'd have been doing what? They not gonna let, and I be saying that we women need to be like that. Men are not gonna let you fuck up their shit. Now, if they don't have no shit, then whatever. But they got their shit, and they never that. Never that. She says she got some beats. This is where are they? It's the Bose one. I love these. I'm gonna put it in the thing. Ooh, that part. Somebody said they think how disappointed I am will motivate her to rectify this. But the thing is, it shouldn't be about me being disappointed. It should be, because then it's always about me, and it should be about her. I shouldn't have to be disappointed for you to do what's best for your life. I don't know. Hey, everyone. Oh, so thankless, girl. So fucking thankless, girl. So thankless. Hey, Juicy. How are you, girl? Hey, everybody in the chat. I see y'all. They don't want to listen until it's too late. Girl, I could have sent her to Boys and Girls if she wanted to be basic. Real shit. I could have sent her to Anna Black, to the bullshit zone school if she wanted to be basic. But like the saying goes, who don't listen may feel. That's what my mama said. I want her to not want to feel, but Sometimes you gotta feel it. She said you could have been a crackhead who gave a child a leaf and stick for paper pens, sent them down to the schoolhouse with that. You gave us so much opportunity, so much vision and support. I think that's what's really fucking with me. Because like I said, if I was just go to school up the block. Y'all know I've been on this shit from elementary school. I sent to the best date, fuck elementary, to the best preschool in Brooklyn. Got her into one of the best elementary schools, would led her to the best. I planned all of this. I didn't send her to the school on a corner. There's a school on a corner. That's where I worked on elections. It's a bunch of idiots in there. Sorry, not sorry. I ain't sent her to the school in the block. I sent her to the best school I could get her ass into. Every time. The best school I can get her ass into. And I worked hard for it. I don't know, y'all. She says she going through the hard head phase with her son right now. Hard head make a soft ass. Oh my gosh. She says she went through the same similar situation with her now 30-something-year-old. She will get it together. I'm hoping she'll get it together. Hey, well, I didn't notice it was you. And my mama said she'll pull it through. I don't know. She said the teachers see that she is strong advocate. Yep. Too much grace. Yeah, and I you know what? I believe you're right. You're right. Ain't no dating. Ain't no even crushing at this point. I'm kind of over it. Because you're right. You gotta be focused, and like you're not focused. And I can't expect her to be like I can focus. Like fuck these hoes. Like everybody. I don't know. She said, when you got the money for that passport so quick, that was God showing you grace. It was. Because I don't know how I pulled that shit off. I was like, I really was like, I do not want to have to go ask YouTube for this money for this passport. But I figured it out. First person I called was like, I didn't even need to finish. They were like, get the passport, get her whole. Because like, Lord help her. Yeah. Yeah, we share locations. That's why I see she's on the train right now. Girl, if I have to go up there, I'm going to be she's halfway through the city. She's by like 34th Street now. She's coming down. She said, you're not bugging. It's that boy. As smart as she is not feel like she's enough until she has validation from a boy. I had similar thought because people were active around me. I stayed strong. Yeah, validation. Can't give you the Yo. Don't have no kids, y'all. Or if you do, like I said, go to a sperm bank. Because, child, when you have a child and they don't get validation from certain parents, they look for it in people and other people. And at least I love to say, and I think it's rational, that at least if you go to a sperm bank, it's no other person that validation is missing from. If you get what I'm putting out. If you understand what I'm feeding you, because I'm not going to say it. And don't write it in the comments. She said, Wave said, when you're smart and you're praised for being excellent, as a girl, it still feels like you're having a boy like you is just as important. It comes from the culture of girls being taught to value boys more. I definitely didn't teach it. So yes, the culture. I've gotten on that. You don't even have to get married shit. Because I already know. Like, putting your eggs in a nigga basket. Oh, man. She said they ain't throwing away anything for any girl, not woman. Only girls self-sabotage and derail their lives for the opposite gender. Guys are more comfortable being selfish from a young age. And I love that for them. And I wish she was more like that. Who gives a fuck? That's what I just keep saying. Who gives a fuck if he like what? Why wouldn't he like you? Sound dumb. That's how I give it up. Why wouldn't he like you? The point is, do you like him? That's where my mind works. Like, we give too much energy, consideration. I don't give a fuck what these niggas like. Real shit. I don't give a fuck what none of them like or want. If it works with what I want, great. If not, I don't give a fuck, because they won't give a fuck. They won't give a fuck. So why are you giving a fuck? The summer I turned pretty. I think I did watch that movie years ago. I'm gonna write it down. I'm okay. I'm gonna make her watch it. Hold on, let me write it down. I'm gonna just write it down, just so I don't forget. Turn pretty. Not today, because I'm pissed and I might leave. But after today, whether she passed the class or failed the class, what the fuck she do, we gonna watch that movie. She said she gave up a study abroad for a nigga. Oh wow, amazing. I'm proud of your son too. We've been seeing him grow up, like we've been seeing Gabby grow up, and I'm tired. Thank you for the compliments, y'all. I don't feel like a great mom right now. Yeah. And he told us, because y'all know I go to Pete's parent teacher meetings. I'm gonna be the fuck. He told us. He said it. He said she can't do for the second semester, because the first 15 minutes is 50% of the grade. So if she continues to be late, there's no way she could pass. No matter what she got in the class, on a test, nothing. That's what the man sat here. Well, we were sitting here. I was sitting here. She was sitting next to me, talking to the guy on the Zoom parent-teacher meeting. That's what he told us. So it's not like she didn't know. Hey, Jamie. She said Swedish girl said her son giving her the blues too. I'm too tired to fight him every day when he don't even have to start on a have the start of 11th grade education. This used to be they deleted my page. Okay. Can I get my back? I can't do it here. I gotta do it when I get oh wait. No. I gotta do it when I get out of this and on the regular live. Because I'm in StreamYard. So I gotta do it after. By next video. By next video you'll be I'll get your tool back. If it doesn't get done, yeah. Phone. I'm already like, okay, phone done. That's why I called my mama, because y'all know my mama takes care of her phone bill. I'm shutting it off. Like, what's the point? I don't care. I got a C and I earned that bitch and I graduated. I did my best, but I did my best. Okay, I did my best. I did my very best. I ain't miss a class. I ain't miss a lecture. I ain't miss nothing. I did my best. It is. She said, yeah, I gave my daughter 2 butts and I started finding stuff for her to do. Thanks for listening, Joe. Okay, yeah. They don't appreciate shit. She said she didn't think she was going to get through it either. She said, I threatened my daughter when she was being late. Like, do I need to physically walk to every class and drop you off in the morning? Once I did that, she straightened up. I will bring you daily. I did threaten to take her to school and, like, but the reality is, shit, I got to really take your ass to school at this big grown fucking age? I took your ass to school your whole life. And then when I don't take her in college, then what's she gonna do? That's what because I did. I said I'm like, fuck it, I'll just take her to school, make sure she get there on time. But then I'm like, but then what? What happened when she out of my house and I'm not there to make sure she shows up to school or work on time? I can't be there to take her to college. I'm not going to be up in college being able to call your professor to get you an extension. Make sure you wake up and go to class. I'm not going to be there. When you get a job, I'm not going to be there to make sure you get up. Make sure you're on time. If you need to get ready, wake up earlier then. That's why I didn't last year. I just like, it's just like, what the fuck? But maybe I might have to do that. I feel like I want her to crash now instead of crashing when she's 18 and can't make it up. I don't know. Indication that you require more supervision. You're not holding up. You're part of the deal at all. She said, I love skin straight. I do my daughter. She's not going to do her part. Then I'm going to bare minimum. No hair, no clothes, no nothing. Yeah, I don't care. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm like at. Like, you want a $500 fucking row machine in my house. Let's just say what it is. She's a rower. You want a fucking this shit costs $500 to $1,300. You telling me about how you want your weave for when school start. You can't even pass algebra. She asked me yesterday can I give her some money to go hygiene shopping. I don't know what exactly, because I buy all the hygiene shit. But I was like, okay, later, I'll give you some money. But like, why am I doing all of this? You earn those things. I'm supposed to bust out and buy you a fucking machine that is gonna have me stressed out for a month trying to catch up on bills because I spent this much money on this machine for you, and you can't even show up for yourself. Not for me. I'm not asking you to babysit my child. I'm not asking you to do anything but take care of you appropriately. Do your schoolwork, you know. She said, funny you said that because my daughter will want to have children. Child, please don't have them. She said, girl, I thought that was the fuck I was doing. I really thought that was the fuck I was doing. Just, and I know my therapist, shit, even her therapist was like, by the time she's 25, she probably gonna be just like you. She gonna be, but and I know by 25, the brain is fully developed. I say this all the time. And like I say to young kids, that's why I tell you I don't be doing all this weird shit, lifelong shit before you at least 25, because, your brain isn't fully developed yet. But like, you have to deal with the ramifications of the shit that you did, whether your brain is developed or not. She said she thought it mine likes to tell me I preach too much. And I said, maybe you're right. I just tried listening more. Also, I'm the parent and don't run it. Also, I'm the parent and you don't run ish. I do try listen. Listen, I've done, like I said, I'm in therapy. She's in therapy. Half of my therapy is how to maneuver. Because I know I can be a little aggressive, and I don't want to be, I'm trying to be a better person, a better parent, a better whatever. If I could fix whatever, I'm not I dealt with that with my mama, so you're going to have to deal with it with me. Nah, I'm trying growth and shit, maturity and shit, reacting to things. Because I used to spaz for any little thing. But now I'm talk it out, work it around, explain these things. So to me, it feels like I'm running a fucking hamster wheel at this point. Because like even with a room, like I'll tell her that, like, oh, you'll clean up when I get to yelling and fucking screaming and acting a fucking mess in this bitch. But I could ask you a million fucking times and you acting like acting like you doing me a fucking favor. Yeah, maybe she doesn't need that type of autonomy. Oh, it's a show. Okay. She says she reached that phase, but staying on firm ground, Jovi. I try. I understand. I know I did good. Shit, I told y'all, my friends, they on it. Them bitches like, bitch, I will give me the plan on how to get my kid. I'm on it. And I want everybody to succeed. Not just people that I know. I want y'all kids I want all of our little black kids to succeed. Do the best you can for who you are and what you're capable of doing. And like my kid, let me just throw it under the bus because a nigga might think I'm cute. He. I'm disgusted. When I tell you, oh. And the worst part, I think, is that she doesn't comprehend why I'm disgusted. You've known me for 16 years. Y'all have known me less than that. Y'all know why I'm disgusted. She said I took things away. She needs to be. Yeah, I'm thinking my mama gonna take her phone and then start taking more shit. Let you go to school anyway. It's not like she bald headed. It's not like I'm punishing her. She got to go to school without a weave. She got more hair than half of us. She'll be fine. I'm not buying no makeup. I'm not buying a wig. I'm not buying no row machine until I see some adequate changes. I'm not doing it. The phone gotta go. And you're right. Sports might have to go too. And show her how crazy you will get. These white moms put their kids in institutions where they go against the program. Yep. Yeah. I think that's what it is. And I think I've heard this before from my therapist, shit, even hers, her old therapist. She got a new one now. Wave says she doesn't know how lucky she is to have you and your support because she's always had it. Many parents don't even feed their kids a hot meal, show up for a meeting, pass on a wisdom. I know. And I think because she's always had me there as the crutch, she don't get it. And it's not building any strength in her to stand on her own too, because I'm there and I've always been there. And she doesn't fully comprehend that that's not everybody's lives. Even the kids she go to school with, their parents hardly know what the fuck is happening. Them kids bust their ass from sun up to sundown to get where the fuck they at. Especially the other black ones. I helped you. I made sure you had tutoring. I made sure you had opportunities. I don't think she get it. And for them to get it, you have to let them fall on their ass or on their face. Bree said, don't buy anything that's a reward. The basic only until she proves she can do right. Yeah, nothing. That's where I'm at. Can we get more likes up in here, please? And thank you all. She said, IG shopping with the work unfinished. See, that's crazy. That's what I'm talking about. She asked me that when it was still at like 50 something %. I'm like, and mind you, she asking me that I'm obviously upset that she can't come to the baby shower because my homegirl been like my home. We've been the best of friends, especially dealing with having a baby, getting divorced, all of that shit. This was the one that I was able to lean on. Like, even with Gabby, getting her into certain things, like I said, education on is T. She got those connections. A lot of the opportunities I got because of her. And you can't even go to her baby. When we had to go to Princeton, because she had a day at Princeton, they gave them whatever. It was her. Me and my homegirl was there doing Princeton tours while this girl was in class. Drove us all the way there and back. When she was going to Brazil, sent her money so she could have more money to go to Brazil. Have the big cousin sit down with her. Yeah. She said the fact that she acts mean that she doesn't see that she's creating a path for her to fall down. Someone has convinced her that what she has and who isn't enough. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I said, even a while ago, I told y'all I'm, putting effort back into me. They got me in these YouTube programs, because she's leaving. She's going to do what she's going to do. She ain't staying here. And I don't mean it in because like I said, if she was average at best and the best she could do is Brooklyn College or Mega Evers or whatever, that would change the conversation. But if you don't get to go away to school because you fucked up, I'm not taking no more else. I gave everything. Everything. Y'all, you want to keep it a buck? I could have been married and lived in a whole other state. Sure could have. I did not do that. Why? Because New York City school system and the opportunities I could have got for her. If she was gonna be a fuck up, I could have went and lived my life and let her go to whatever fucking fuck pond school was in the bumfuck area. I'm not saying all Texas is bumfuck, but it was a little shit town that we wanted to move to so he could go work, do something. I didn't do that. And that was actually somebody, keep it a buck, who I probably would have, who we was talking about marriage. We would have probably ended up married. But I chose her as I should have. And I chose her education. And I didn't say, oh, it don't matter. I'll just take it to another school. It's fine. I was like, nah, we worked hard. She worked hard. She got in here, locking it down. We got these goals. And it's damn near almost 5 o'clock. She reached Brooklyn. I see she gonna be home in like, let me tell y'all. Probably about 15 minutes. Over break, just being around the wrong people, innocent bystanders. She said my son is a straight asshole. I watched this play out with my brother, and he thinks I be tripping. I told him I know more than you think I do. I was once your age. I know what being a kid is like. Yeah, we say that they act like we don't know. We know. When I was a teenager, I would have to take care of my sister and brothers, cooking, cleaning, picking them up after school, and nobody cared enough to look at my grades or ask me how I was doing. Yeah. Yeah. So much trouble. Public servant. Start living for you. And I remember the man too. Yeah. Yeah. But that's what my therapist, and they're I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all know when she was gone, I was outside, and I'm just like, okay, I'm starting to look more into, because like I said, when I said I gave it to her, I said, well, I could date after she go to high school. Fuck this shit. I was like, I'm gonna just give it, whatever. I'm starting. And I'm focusing, trying to build me, my stuff. I don't want to be here when she goes to college. I told you I want to move overseas. Like all of these things I have planned. My plans ain't gonna stop because you fucked up your life and now you ain't gonna be. And then if you fuck up your life because of a choice you made, not because you're not smart enough, because of your choices. Let's be clear. Am I supposed to give up me moving overseas and doing everything, living my fucking best life and because you chose to fuck up your life? You know what it feels? It feels like, and I would say this, it feels like, how them fat people on 500 days and 500 pounds and counting, and if it's like they parent is babying them forever because they're fat, so I need you to cook for me and wash me and take care of me, and like they want to be a child forever, and they're using eating, whether they realize it or not, so they can be crippled, so they can force their parent to be there for them. I'm not doing it. She could have the apartment, figure it out. But when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I gave everything. I lost out on time, living my life, being married, to her dumbass daddy. And then I put in the effort, which I chose, to lock it down with her. It's about me now. It's about me. There you go. That's what my mama. Yep. 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 She said, I remember when you was that guy. Yeah. Y'all know, if you've been here long enough, y'all know what I'm talking about. It could, like, but I chose my baby. But the fact that she's not choosing her is making me questioning choosing her. I would never question choosing my child. But the fact that you're not choosing you makes me very upset. I'm rooting for her too. I'm not sitting here saying I'm not rooting for her. I'm still going to, hope that it all is able to work out. But I'm going to have to go like this a little bit and let it, and let her have to catch her own self on the fall. However that fall might come in. Because me catching it all the time, that's not helpful for your kids. And now I'm honest enough. I could sit here and talk shit about other people and boys, and you can't gotta raise boy children better. Yeah, so I can sit here and say that I gotta adjust. I gotta adjust. I can't. She gotta, and maybe and hopefully she'll get back up. Hopefully she'll get back up. Yeah, they're not gonna be my daughter. Just keep an eye on her, and she may like that you're busy, so she can do more. All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. Like I said, her ass is on the way, and I'm more than likely gonna be leaving this house because I don't really want to have to deal with it. But is she texting me? Shit. Oh, let me not even look at my phone before I really go rage. Okay, I'ma chill. I'll be back in the morning. I promise. I'll be back in the morning. Because regardless of whatever, grade do. I ain't got to give up my computer I ain't got to give up my computer. And from now on, I'm shutting my computer down. When I leave this house, when I leave this desk, computer's done. No more gaming, no more nothing. Nothing. Life has shown me that when people are used to you doing everything for them, they tend to do less for themselves. They know they have someone to pick up the pieces. Yeah, I can't pick them up no more. All right, y'all, let me get the fuck up out of here. I'll be back tomorrow with a smile. I promise. Regardless of whatever, I'll be back with a smile, and I'll look into what's been happening in the news because I really ain't been looking into it. And we'll get back to our regular scheduled program. As always, I hope you live your life. I hope we were able to hear. Okay. Today is fuck them kids. Who know what next week will hold? But today is fuck them kids. All right. I love y'all, and later.